Alright, so I'm doing a video on basic inequalities, and you should be able to remember that if you have something like this, x is less than 6, all that really means is if you have a number line 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it'd be an open circle on there on the 6, and it goes towards negative infinity. If you want to write all the solutions, you could write it like this. And I'm going to do one more, x is greater than or equal to 3. And I know that this is super basic, but I just want to make sure that you see this. The circle is colored in, and it's 3 is included. And so what you'll notice is I use parentheses when it's not included. I use brackets when it is. Oh, I'm sorry. It has to go towards infinity. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of those two things real quick because that's not really what I'm super interested in. I'm more interested in linear inequalities. And I'm going to write that up here. Linear inequalities. And so we have something like, what if I had something like 6 is less than 2x minus 3. Well, not use 3. Let's lose 2x minus 5. No, that's silly. How about 2x minus 6 is less than or equal to 8. So because my x is in the middle, I'm going to add 6 to all 3 groups, and I get 12 is less than 2x, which is less than or equal to 14. Divide by 2 on all sides, and I get 6 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 7. So your graph is going to look like this, and this is actually very important. I have 5, 6, 7, 8. Open circle here, closed circle here. It's all the values in between. So what this really means is x is greater than 6 and x is less than or equal to 7. This symbol here means intersection. And what that means is and. It means this must be true and this must be true. Because 8, although 8 is greater than 6, it's not less than or equal to 7, so it's not included. The way you would write this using set notation is parentheses 6, brackets 7. It is also possible to have another, well, you know, I'm just going to erase this, well, yeah, I'm going to erase this whole thing. This is possible to have another situation where you'll end up with something like this. You'll end up with, let's say, the absolute value of x minus 3 is less than 5. And here I get x minus 3 is less than 5. Or x minus 3 is greater than negative 5. Now remember, when you do absolute value, one side stays exactly as you see it. The other side, you negate it, and you're going to have to flip that inequality sign. So I add 3 to both sides. I'm going to do this simultaneously.
Daddy, I need some help.
I get x is less than 8, or x is greater than negative 2. So it should be anything between negative 2. Oop, I'm sorry, this shouldn't have been or, this should have been and. Is less than x, which is less than 8. And anything within those values should give you something greater than 5, or less than 5. 0 would be negative 3, but the absolute value of negative 3 is 3, which is less than 5. If you use 8, it'd be 8 minus 3 is 5, and 5 is not less than 5, but that's fine because we use the less than notation. So I'm going to do one last one, and I'm just going to switch this inequality sign around. And watch what happens here. I'll use greater than or equal to, and I'll erase everything. And this time, when the symbol is that way, I got x is greater than or equal to x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 5, or x minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. And watch what happens here. I'm going to add 3 like we just did. And now I get x is greater than or equal to 8, or x is less than or equal to negative 8. And that's not even true.
Hey Dad,
Sorry.
look how big I made this wall.
Negative 2.
Look how big I made this wall.
Nice wall, Benji. And so now, when I graph this, I'm going to have my number line. I'm going to have negative 4, negative 2, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And I'm going to put a circle here on 2 and a circle here on 8. And they have to be closed in because the values are included. But if you look, you'll notice that's all the values that are less than negative 2 and greater than 8. If you plug 0 in, you're going to get negative 3, and then it's the absolute value of negative 3. So it's 3, and 3 is not greater than or equal to 5. Anything less works. So the way you write this in set notation is you'd say negative infinity to negative 2 inclusive, or this means union, which is 4, and that's going to be a positive 8 to infinity. And that's it. So that's the basics for inequalities, and we're going to do more with different types of inequalities, so stay tuned.